Avenged Sevenfold Soundcheck interview. Take one.
Well, the significance of the album is obviously huge to us. We wrote the whole record with the Rev throughout the last probably 6 months before he passed away. And we were 2 weeks out from recording it all, and then he suddenly died. He had written everything with us. He approved everything, you know, like there's nothing written after his death. So it's a really emotional record for us, and when we had someone come in and fill in the drums, Mike Portnoy, he really felt like he kept the spirit alive. So to us, the record is obviously the most emotional record we'll probably ever make. We felt it was important to carry on his legacy and put this out and let the kids hear it. Nightmare was originally supposed to be a concept album. It was kind of going to follow one of those like Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime type, you know, The Wall, like big concept album where every song kind of flowed into each other and all worked as one story. The song Nightmare, I'd written the lyrics to that because I knew that song was going to be first on the record. So it was easy to kind of start it out. And the Rev loved him. He loved him so much that when he passed away, I didn't want to change them. A lot of the rest of the record is written about him and for him and just about his life and about our experiences with him. The title Nightmare, you know, it's just like, it's exactly how we felt and still feel, you know, about what has been going on. So some kids are going to hear that song and see the title and think it completely has to do with the Rev. Basically, it was just something he loved, and so we kept it.
We definitely wanted to kind of go back to our roots, which was just adventurous, fun, crazy, heavy metal that we were definitely missing at that point in our life, and we kind of wanted to do this really long, adventurous record, and it was just fitting to have a lot of just craziness. So there's a lot of long, heavy, ridiculous songs, and then there's some really just touching stuff. But I think overall, for me personally, I think the overtone of this is just so raw and emotional and real. You got a lot of heavy stuff, you got a lot of softer stuff, you have some in between. You know, it runs the gamut as we usually do, but it's definitely an eclectic, real heavy rock metal record.
Nothing gets recorded unless it has every member's stamp of approval. And the fact of the matter is, 80% of the time, it gets thrown out. It's garbage, you know, and we just keep working on things until we're all completely satisfied. We'll always be bringing things in, sending demos to each other, but we'll go to my house and kind of be in the studio there. And then we just put things together 12 hours a day until we know for a fact that we're so excited about it, we want to run out and show everybody. And I think we do it differently than other people. I mean, a typical songwriter could take a great song and sell it to anybody. You know, it's a great song. With Avenged Sevenfold, our great songs are different than anybody. Like, you're not going to go sell Nightmare to somebody, or you're not going to sell an 11-minute song called Save Me, which is on the end of the record. You're not going to sell it to anybody. It's only our band that can perform that song and do it justice.
And we're not opposed to having Britney Spears perform God Hates Us if she...
Me personally on this album, as far as favorite songs go, I think every week just about, I'm like, that's definitely my favorite song. I guess this week it would probably be the 12-minute, you know, song called Save Me that ends the album. This one truly takes you on such a journey, and you never get bored during the whole thing. It doesn't feel like a 12-minute song. It's just like an epic, and it's really dark, and it's this wild ride. That's probably my favorite at this point. What about you guys?
I feel the same way about the songs. I change every week, but I think one that's been, I'd say Nightmare used to be my favorite, but it's totally overplayed and it's lame now. I'm just kidding. My favorite song, I think, consistently would be Save Me, but another one that's very consistent for me is a song called Buried Alive. And it's a song that, it's 7 minutes and it has 2 choruses, just only do it twice, and the song just completely evolves from like this Zeppelin type feel, and then the song completely switches gears. It's pretty awesome because you're able to go
cinematic.
It's very cinematic, yeah. And then it gets very cinematic the second half, where it's just
paints a picture for sure.
Yeah, it definitely paints a picture, and that's one of my favorite songs. And it's our manager calls it the best Avenged Sevenfold song ever written. So that's pretty cool. But I like that one, Buried Alive.
I have a couple favorites that go back and forth. One of them is a song called God Hates Us. It's been like one of my favorites since the beginning that it was demoed. And then Fiction is another song. It's a little hard to listen to right now, but it's still just an amazing song.
You want to tell them why you like Fiction?
Oh yeah, I should probably tell you why, because actually that was Jimmy's last piece of music that he finished on the record where we were writing it and demoing it out. And we were able to salvage some of his lyrics on it. And what he said was very clairvoyant, actually.
He sings clearly, and the lyrics are basically saying goodbye. And we don't really work like that. Our lyrics, when we're doing like vocal demos, we don't write the lyrics. We kind of just say whatever, just to sing through a melody so that we can write the lyrics later. And he actually sung lyrics that just came from him, and they're basically saying goodbye. And they're clear, and he did it in my studio, and there was no click or bleed in the earphones and in the microphone, so we were able to take those vocals and stick them on the new track, and they work perfectly. So I don't know of any time in history where someone has basically said goodbye on a track, then they pass away, and then their music comes out, 6-7 months later with them singing it. And it's pretty crazy, it's pretty surreal.
Our fans have been extremely supportive and very close with us. They definitely knew the Rev, Jimmy Sullivan. It was highly documented. We put out a lot of cool footage and live stuff. And I mean, everybody, if you wanted to, you could easily get to know that guy and realize what a special person he was. And with our bonding community with our fans, everybody's a huge family. And so basically right now, doing stuff like this is our message. It's time to share all these things with the fans. They've had questions, unanswered questions for a long time now, just about a half a year, exactly a half a year. And so this is what we're doing, to share it with them, because we know that they love Jimmy. We still love Jimmy. They love us. Very close. We love them back, most of them. And so this is our message. It's all our message to them. It's time to share, what we know, how we felt with them.
Your tragic fate is looking so clear.